Alright, so big news for us. Yesterday was my birthday, and one of the things I received was this brand new Hummingbird unit. So we're pretty excited for that. Today we're just going to spend a couple minutes talking about it, do a quick unboxing. So the unit we chose is the Humminbird Helix 8 4th Gen. It has Chirp, Mega Side Imaging Plus, and Mega Down Imaging Plus, and then of course the mapping GPS technology. So we'll just spend a couple minutes talking about the differences between the Humminbird 3rd Gen units and the Humminbird 4th Gen units. At least the differences that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's a few more. With the 4th Gen versus the 3rd Gen, the new units have a little higher pixel count in the display screen. So I'm assuming that should help really make those images pop and make the visuals a little better. Hummingbird's also claiming that it's 20% more detailed pictures and 60% more range. Now, we're not really going to be able to tell the differences or see if that's a true claim or not, because we're just moving from a Helix 5 that only had a chirp sonar and mapping capabilities. So essentially any unit we went with was going to be a huge step up for us. So this unit, like I said, has the Mega Plus. The 4th Gen units are all compatible with the Mega Live. So I'm not sure if we're going to go that route with our boat with the Mega Live, but if we want to, at least the capability and options are there for us. This unit has a dual micro SD slot, which is nice if you want to run a mapping card, plus your Lake Master and Navionics card, plus a zero chart line. 3 preset keys on this unit, so that's going to be handy. This unit also comes with a 2-year warranty, which is great. A lot of them have 1-year warranty, so that could end up saving you in the end. Another one of the features we want to quickly talk about is the Auto Chart Live. So like I mentioned a second ago, a lot of these companies, whether it be Navionics or Lake Master, they sell these cards with a bunch of lakes that are already mapped with all the contour lines and stuff available for you. Well, where we fish in Ontario or Northern Ontario, a lot of the smaller lakes, they're not available on these cards. So with the Auto Chart Live, we're able to, you still have to purchase a Auto Chart contour card, but install that card and you're able to basically, as you putt around the lake, you're essentially creating your own map of the lake. So that's pretty cool technology and a feature we're looking forward to using. Like I said, I'm sure there's more differences between the generations of units, but those are the ones I'm aware of. We'll spend a couple minutes, do a quick unboxing with you guys. I just want to take one more minute here and talk about, if you go ahead and order one of these units online, you know, there's tons of units, tons of different options. You could go and think you want a Helix 8, but I mean, there could be 15 different types of Helix 8s. So I just want to spend 1 second here and talk about it. So obviously, this number here, the Helix 8, is the size of the screen, right? The G4N, so this is just the generation of the unit, whether it's say G3N, of course it's a 3rd generation, G4N, 4th generation, and so on. The N just stands for networking. So if you have one at the bow and one at the console, you're going to want this N if you want them to talk to each other. They can share waypoints, etc. And then obviously these are the options you have. So Chirp, the Mega SI Plus, Mega DI Plus. If you're going to go ahead and order one of these online, just take a second, make sure you're getting the one you want, because you don't want to end up, if you're trying to network and end up with just a G4 unit, you're not going to have the capabilities to get those two units talking to each other. Alright, so the moment I've been waiting for as well. I've seen one of these units in the store, but I haven't opened mine up. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Hopefully everything's in here and the head unit's not fucking cracked. Alright, so this is the first tray it comes with. So this is just all the mounting hardware for the transom bracket. Probably one of the most important parts is the transducer. So they do go ahead and wrap this up well. It's a pretty large transducer for the side imaging. It's significantly bigger than the one we have mounted on the boat currently with the Helix 5. Obviously your power cord and your gimbal mount. And this here is the plug-in for the back of the head unit. So this is another thing they've changed on the 4th generation from the 3rd generation. So I'll just go ahead and rip this thing open here. Okay, so this is the new plug-in for the back of the unit. So essentially you're going to run your wires through here. I'm assuming they screw in here, and this plugs into the back of the head unit itself, instead of having 5 different loose cables. So it keeps things pretty neat it should improve, be a little quicker if you want to take that unit off. You don't want to leave it on the boat at the end of the day, or you stop for lunch or whatever the case may be. Alright, we have our manual, and I'm assuming some installation paperwork. One thing with Hummingbird and Johnson Outdoors is if you go online to their website, they do have a lot of great information for installation. If you have minor skills with wiring and you understand a little bit about wiring, you really only need a drill, a screwdriver, and a couple basic tools, and you can get this thing installed yourself. So you can save yourself a lot of the shop rates, around 150 bucks an hour to get one of these installed. So I suggest just spending some time looking over some of the write-up, of course looking on other YouTube videos on installations, and I'm sure you can handle getting this thing mounted up yourself. Alright, so here's the display unit itself. Obviously your power button, your 3 preset keys that we talked about. I mean, basic Hummingbird stuff. That's one thing I like about the Helix units, is they've really stayed the same for a while. So once you're familiar with navigating through the different menu and screens with one, when you upgrade, it's not it's not a large learning curve going to the next. And then of course your port for the back, where that new clip is gonna get clipped into. So that should keep everything nice and clean behind the unit up on the console as well. One more thing I wanted to mention too is if you go to the Helix 9, I'm pretty sure with the Helix 9 and up, one of these shade covers come with the unit itself. With the Helix 8 it didn't, so I had to fork out another 50 bucks or so to pick one of these up. It's definitely not critical to have one, but I wanted one, so I went ahead and forked out the extra 50 bucks. But I'm pretty sure if you step up to the Helix 9 or higher, it does come with one of these. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching the unboxing of the Helix 8 4th Gen. I think Saturday morning I'm going to go ahead and get this thing installed on the boat, and hopefully next time out on the water we can see it in action. Thanks for watching, and if you guys enjoy the content you've been seeing on the channel so far, we appreciate you subscribing, liking the video of course. We appreciate all the support from you guys so far.